we've got Deltaforce on one side.
Oh, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. I know who Deltaforce is.
Versus Jesty on the other, and Jesty's Pikachu's kind of cracked.
Honestly, I've not really seen.
I played him in doubles.
Really?
Yeah, he kind of sauced us.
I already know about Deltaforce here. Lovely.
Yeah, I was gonna say his edge guard's very efficient, and indeed definitely doesn't have everything unlocked, but loves looking for those thunders in non-traditional situations, especially here on PS2 where Pika combos are harder. You might see him look for even more of those reads. But Snivy, you want to tell us a little bit about Deltaforce?
Yeah, I really want to see how this matchup kind of plays out because we already know Deltaforce PR'd in New Jersey and definitely one of the finest trappers in the game, honestly, with the projectiles as well. He also has some pretty nice bomb combos that we may or may not see, but setting up for the forward throw in the corner. Here's the bomb. Are we going to see it kind of go off?
And I love the grab there from Jesty, right? Trying to find a way back, but you have to go away from this fair, from this sword as well as that frame 7 nair, and it's gonna be that disjoint at the end of the day on the slight drift back from Deltaforce, a beautiful mix-up to close it out. Jesty looking for that early edge guard. He will go all the way out there 7 days a week as Pikas tend to do, but those angles so hard to tie down, and going high is gonna get you punished, trapped in the ledge, and Delta just racking on a whole bunch of extra credit off this ledge trap.
Yeah. Jesty really just trying to find their way back to neutral and into this game as well. The T-Duel's not doing him any favors. And the back air trying to space it. No, the answer back for the FB of the shield. So good. And you can't really punch that boomerang when he's kind of just doing point blank on your shield like that.
Absolutely. And that we saw the hero spin come out right out of the spot dodge from Deltaforce. It's important to remember that as good as an out of shield option that move is, it deactivates its hitbox once it touches a shield. So you can actually shield, immediately shield drop after the first hit, and then punish. Running through the rest of the move. We'll see if Jesty uses it here, but he's got to find the advantage state, still close out this first stock, because he's getting lapped in percent, getting caught, holding just too far under platform to really take that space away.
Oh my God!
Right? You're not taking away the close edge or the far edge, and the result is that Delta's going to reverse you and start working on what could be a 3-stock.
Deltaforce holding your position so much time. Just waiting for these air dodges, waiting for these rolls as well, just catching him with the down smash every single time. And it's been Deltaforce constantly in the driver's seat for this entire set, trapping with the boomerangs. That nair also puts in the work because it lingers for so long. You can see as well, it's basically your get out of jail free card, and it's that free ledge trapping in progress.
And Delta has found these nair mix-ups out of short hop, out of full hop, right? Rising nair, falling nair, over and over, even using on shield, right, to get that first hit, fall out of the second hit. However, that down air, looking maybe even for the landing hitbox as a mix-up, but instead just going to find the spike, putting Delta in the corner. You're trying to close out the first stock, but Delta's just been so tricky. You can't pin down this link, Snivy. And when Pika can't hit his combos, you're living a 170, 180, and right now Delta making full use of that.
And I mean, you've seen Ocarina of Time. Bro just appears out of the water, appears out of thin air. You can't hit him. He's so slippery, and that's definitely almost looking like a stock. But no, Jesty coming back, but into the arms of the Twitter.
Yeah.
The good old hero spin.
Right, just letting it rip, spinning to win, cutting you up into that blast zone. And honestly, Snivy, you know, I loved at the end, even though it didn't work out, Deltaforce hit that bomb off, threatened the explosion, right, to force a more predictable route and more resources out from Jesty, then covered it with the hero spin once he was forced to go high, and we just saw an insta-lock counter pick. Jesty swapping over to the Wario after game 1, and I understand you got 3-stock, but you started to make some adjustments at the end. Switching characters to a character that maybe is even less equipped to deal with these disjoints, with these projectiles, is, you know, we'll see if it pays off, right? You've got that waft, you've got the X Factor, and that air drift to boot Snivy, but can he find it?
Yeah, but Deltaforce, they're going toe-to-toe right now. Answer back with a lot of these air-to-airs, but this is Deltaforce we're talking about. Just scooping them right up with tornado spin as well. And just trying to go high, trying to escape Deltaforce, but there is no escaping this trapping master.
And the nair coming out clutch, right? That move does it all for Link. It combos, it gets you out of combos, even though it's frame 7, it does your taxes. Whatever you want, it does it. We're seeing it again there, just pressing on this damage, this ledge trap from Deltaforce going dummy. And it's important to remember too, right? He's from Jersey. He's got Tweak, who's historically played Wario. He's got Haven. He's got BD Bean. Deltaforce plays this matchup at a high level all the time.
And still unable to find their footing really in this set right now, but they seem like they're having a better time with the war as well. It's almost catching that roll as well. That was so good from Jesty. But it's still Deltaforce winning a lot in these interactions with the nair, with the backer as well. A lot of really good buttons. And speaking of really good, look at the hop. And
What a call out, Snivy, that up air going to close the stock out. Now with the bomb, right, Deltaforce going to have just a fast option with that item to get out of ledge. That being said, Bakura's done a good job when he's had opportunities playing with the bomb of his own, right, trying to take that away, but Deltaforce knows the counterplay, saying, okay, if you're going to grab this item, fine, I'm going to punish you for your grab release, because there is a little bit of lag there.
Yeah, and just trying to try with the bomb as well. Grabbing back in hand, just trying to get that stage back, but nope, applying this right back to the situation. Just running right on back.
And what spacing, right, from Delta there as well to play just between the bomb, not let you get a lead. The F tilt, that move so good, right? It hits above you, behind you, in front of you, super active, and hitting the bike as well is going to extend, allowing you to not just hit the bike, but let that continue to drive forward, knock off Jesty, and just like that, you're knocking him off not just the bike, but also the game, the set, and winner's side of bracket.
Yeah, I really hope that Jesty, cooks a little bit more in losers. Now he had that that winner's side, be like, all right, I'm warming up. Because we saw the gears were moving, and like I said, he had a lot of pretty good leads, but it was mostly Delta who came out a lot of the time in those mutual interactions.
Absolutely. The question is, at the end of the day, right, how do you adjust there differently? And we just never really saw Jesty get a chance to play the game, right? We didn't see him with Pikachu slow down, try and find those T-jolts at all, which is the key against owners, against sorties, is that